Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/thenerdcore. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hello, nerds. You're listening to an episode on the Nerdcore podcast feed. If you're feeling generous, please consider pledging to a tier on our Patreon at patreon.com/thenerdcore. We have tiers as low as $1 per month. Thanks so much, and enjoy the episode.
Hey everyone, before we can get into today's episode, I need to talk to you all about Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast and is the platform I've been using for over 2 years. Anchor is easy because it's free, includes creation tools on your tablet or phone from the get-go, rewards creators with sponsorships with no minimum listenership, and best of all, they distribute your podcast to places like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and many more. So if you want to make a podcast, you should download the Anchor app or visit anchor.fm. Now let's get into today's episode. Welcome back. You're listening to the Very Chicano show on all podcast platforms you can find us on. As always is your host, the Nerdy Chicano, Raul Mendoza. And introducing, of course, the man always on my side, the OG, the Latin lover himself, we're miles away, but you know what? I still feel the heat between us. Luis Garcia, as always, he's here with me.
Hey guys, what's up?
Yo, you're a little bit too low, man.
Too low?
Okay, now you're good. Yeah, you guys can't see it. You're gonna be able to see it until the next live show. But Luis got one of those boom arms.
Yeah.
It's the coolest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude. Fucking $13, and that saves your life. Like, I don't have to be holding the mic.
Yeah.
Because the other one I used to have was like, I don't know. I had to hold it in my hands because like it was too short, and I'm a pretty tall guy, so
yeah.
I always have to bend down. But this arm is perfect. What I still need though is that the
filter
thing that goes, the thing that goes on top of the mic, because I'm using still a sock.
Yeah.
And it's kind of annoying because people can hear my breathing every time I breathe.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Don't worry. You're going to get it. He wants to get it Nerdcore green, and I should probably do the same thing because I want to do Nerdcore green for mine as well. And when Brad finally makes up his mind and, you know, Brad's like, I have a pretty good microphone. I have this blue snowball, but like this one sounds really good, Brad. You should get this one. The one that Luis has. And then we can all be matching with Nerdcore green. And then we can tell Ashley to get one for her Blue Yeti. So
that'd be pretty cool.
We all can match with Nerdcore green. So
I just Google search how far away you were from me. Because I thought it was pretty interesting. You said, even though he's really far away, you're 358.6 miles away from me.
358.6 miles away.
Yes, sir. 5 hours, 27 minutes. 358.6
tears I've cried for you since I've been gone.
God damn it! Don't make me cry this time, boy.
Don't make me cry. So you know, it's been a nice week. We're recording this actually earlier because Luis is going to be going on a little mini vacation this weekend. So yes. You know, we're trying to get this out of the way so that way we don't miss an upload. It's called grind time, baby. That's right. So we're recording a day early, but it's still been a pretty good week. Lots to talk about. You know, the big piece of this week was the whole Henry Cavill stuff that came out. Then it got debunked, and now everybody's running with this rumor, even when it's been confirmed that, you know, that none of this is real. Then that whole fake article about Michael B. Jordan that was going to be considered, and it was just a big thing. And I want to talk more about that on the live show when I have everybody together. But before we actually start talking about, you know, Apple event and Elon Musk, I want to get your little bit of thoughts on that, Luis. If this would have been real, how mad would you have been if Cavill left? Luis, we can't hear you, buddy. Luis, I think you have yourself muted, buddy.
Shit, my bad, bro. I'm sorry. I thought I had it on thing. Right. You were talking about Henry Cavill, correct?
Yeah. If it would have been right, because we've already gotten confirmed that this isn't true. If anything, this was a negotiation tactic for Cavill to get, you know, Man of Steel 2 off the ground. At least that's what's being speculated right now. But if it would have been true and Cavill said, you know what, you guys aren't giving me the movies I want to take my ball and I want to leave. Would you have been mad?
If he didn't do a Man of Steel 2?
Yeah.
That's your question? That sucks, dude, because Man of Steel is one of my favorite DC movies.
Yeah.
Well, actually, hold on. Yes, it is my favorite DC movie. Out of all the movies that have come out, as of right now, even it outbeats Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I don't know how it'll do against Aquaman though.
Yeah.
But yeah, Henry Cavill is one of my favorite actors too. Like, if he didn't come back in Superman, that freaking sucks. Because now, like, you know how some roles you associate with that actor, like Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Etc.
Yeah.
I always associate.
Brad's always saying,
associate Henry Cavill with Superman, even though he's English and Superman embodies the American Kansas City boy.
God, man,
but
I look at the dude, and it's like if I'm seeing Clark, I'm like, wow, man, this guy. And also, we've had a lot of time to watch this guy on screen, and he feels like Clark Kent, Superman. If it would have been true, I would have been heartbroken, man. I would have said, damn it, things might have not been going well over there, that he said, you know what, I'm going to take my ball and go home. But I think he's still in it for the long run. I think Cavill is very loyal to DC and to Warner Bros. I don't think he's going to be leaving for anything other than like something big going down. But other than that, I really hope we get our Man of Steel 2, bro, because I mean, by now we should have Man of Steel 2. And I agree with you, dude. Wonder Woman and Man of Steel kind of switch between me, but the one scene I always go back to in Man of Steel that reminds me, like, yeah, this is my favorite DC movie, is when Clark is having that kind of panic attack because he can see all the outlines of everybody when he's small in that closet, and he's having like he's seeing everybody's skeleton
X-ray
and stuff, and then the mom just comes over to to comfort him and to fall into I really like that scene. Makes me cry, bro. Like, it is so heartfelt, and that's the one scene I go back to all the time in Man of Steel that reminds me, like, yeah, I know this is my favorite DC movie. Yeah, so I mean, we can only tell over time to see what happens, but I really do hope Man of Steel 2 happens, bro, because he deserves to get another shot at it again. After we saw in Justice League, that Superman that we got in Justice League feels like the campy, happy Superman that we have in the comics. So I feel like in Man of Steel 2, we're just gonna get more of that, and I want to see Man of Steel 2.
Yeah, more Boy Scout Superman. Yeah. American just embodies good, and I like to see that, and I think Henry Cavill does a pretty good job. And fuck everybody else.
Fuck everybody else. All right.
Yes, sir.
So that I just wanted to touch bases on you with that because I know you're a huge Superman fan. You love Superman. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
For the longest of time.
Actually, today I was wearing my Superman cap to school today. Got a lot of compliments though.
Yeah.
Like, oh, cool hat. I'm like, thanks.
That's right. Thanks.
That's right. People say that I look like Henry Cavill. Thanks. Just kidding. Not that part. Not that part.
So, another thing that blew up over the weekend blew over this week that, it's not the Apple event, not yet, because we're going to take that, but Elon Musk was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he took a hit of a blunt, and I don't even want to talk about marijuana or anything like that. I just want to talk about his fucking face when he did it, dude.
Dude, but you can tell that he was like peer pressured to do it, and I felt like he said in the interview, he's like, yeah, man, I've taken a hit before and stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't think so, dude, and I'm pretty sure either that was like his second time or that was like his very first time of doing that, because like when he did it, he tried to be so cool, like obviously we know he's an android, he's not a real human. Everyone can tell. I mean, he can try to fool us, but no, I just know that Elon. Well, that's another theory for some other day, but
yeah.
But when he was doing that,
he's like
he was smoking the joint. I was like, damn, like it looks like like a kid for smoking for the first time. And it's really controversial, but I don't get it, man. I mean, like what?
It's just this big fucking.
I didn't get the controversy of it.
No,
to be honest, for him doing it.
Yeah.
He's a grown ass man. I mean, he can make his own decisions. I'm not for or I'm not against it. It's just he can make his own damn decisions.
Yeah. The thing that was getting controversy was just that the man is his company tests his workers for drug testing, you know.
Yeah.
And marijuana is one of those that they get tested for.
Oh,
and here's the man himself, the CEO, that does no repercussions whatsoever. He's smoking on thing. But you know what? I don't want to go into that. I just wanted to bring it up because the face he made was the funniest shit I've ever seen, man. It's like one of those faces that we make when we're on our way to the movies and we're just like fucking around and stuff. That face he made was just so funny, dude. And there's an edit of that whole segment where it's just a Playboi Carti song in the background, and you know it's like all spaced out and shit, and it's fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we get into the thing about Apple, you know, I do want to remind you guys you can get this episode a day early if you go to www.patreon.com/nerdcore. Subscribe to that $1 tier. You only pay $1 a month, and you get this show, The Gamer Core, and now has been updated. I've been saying it on the Nerd Core, but I also got to update it on here and tell y'all. You will get access to the Nerd Core Live pre-show next month when we do Nerd Core Live again. We're gonna do a pre-show on Patreon, so all our patrons will have access. If you would pay for the $1 tier and up, you get access to that pre-show. It's going to be 15 minutes before we go live. Luis, Brad, and I, and Ashley just shooting the shit and talking about something that only relates to Patreon that we could talk on there. So you guys go do that. Remember, there's a lot of goals. I will restate those towards the end. But I just wanted to get that. Remember, go to Patreon, do the $1 tier, and you get a bunch of goodies. So now Apple. Wow. Oh my God, Luis. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite here.
Let's talk about Apple's marketing, dude. They sell the same shit.
Yeah.
Every single year, and people buy it. And I think you're one of those people, man. You're an Apple fanboy.
Yeah, I'm an iPhone boy. You know, I got my 7 Plus here. Thinking it hard, you know. I've had this conversation with Luis like 1,000 times. That English class we had together, that one, it was constantly like, "Hey, bro, should I get the S7? Bro, should I get the S7? Should I get the S8?" And then I ended up just getting the fucking 7 Plus over here. So what's he called him? So then now I'm actually considering it. I think I'm gonna get the S9, and the camera capabilities and everything that the S9 has offering, I like it. I like what it's going to be doing, and I like the camera, but Apple just has, figuratively, Apple has me by the fucking neck, man. It's like,
yeah, man. And it's the what I've noticed is that what people are comfortable with, it's not necessarily the Apple product itself, like the iPhone. It's not like that's any major improvement from the iPhone X. The only thing that they love is the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Example, you can have an Apple ecosystem, Samsung, Google, and these are major ecosystems that you can use with, for example, your Google Home speaker. If you're on the Google Home platform, you can use your Pixel, you can use the Google Drive, Docs, and it's all interconnected. And then Apple has, what I feel like people like about Apple is the fact that Apple has, you know, iMessaging, FaceTime, all integrated into like one specific app. Yeah. For example, for me, like if I want to FaceTime Raul, I can't just like use my S7 and FaceTime him because it's just not compatible. I would have to go on Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
You know, do that and then text him through whatever other form, SMS,
we're always
text,
using
or
Messenger.
Through Messenger on Facebook. Yeah. You know, there's no one centralized way of communicating with somebody, and I feel like that's where Apple shines, and that's why people will continue to buy Apple products regardless.
Yeah.
Because like it's not like their camera quality is superior. No. It's nothing like that. I feel like the only way or the only reason why people use Apple so much, it's honestly basically because of the
ecosystem, the user friendly idea of it, you know. But also like I'm getting tired about with Apple. It's like the first year it's really good, works accordingly. Once I get to the second year with my phone, I start to see things go wrong, man. and it's
the
like
battery life.
they're just not built to last. And
battery
life, battery life. I've noticed like what they said. It's making up like a small tweak they made on the battery life. So now it's like 30 minutes extra, like half an hour extra of our battery life now. It's like, what the hell? Like, why am I going to pay almost 950 is the lowest apparently. Why the hell am I paying that for just 30 minutes extra of battery life?
Not worth it, bro. Just buy a battery bank.
Yeah, I mean that's why I always have my portable charger on me. I have that. I go to bed. Before I go to bed, I always plug it in, charge it up for the morning, take it with me, and then if I need it, if I'm out of my room and I'm on like let's say 5% and I really need it still, I use my portable charger. It shouldn't be a problem. Like, I mean, it's not that big of a hassle for me to say, oh, I think I want to pay an extra $500 for this just to get 30 extra minutes to my battery life.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And speaking of upgrades on phone, I think I'm in the need for a new one. I'm on the S7, and I know that in the next few months the S10 is going to be released. Yeah. So I'm in a predicament. It's like I've always had iPhones or Samsungs or iPhone or Samsung. That's the only phones I've ever had. Those two companies. But Google Pixel. You ever heard of that phone, bro?
Google Pixel? Yeah.
Yeah. The Google Pixel 3 is coming out in October, and there is rumors of improved camera quality, which for me, like the biggest selling point on a phone is its camera.
Yeah.
If it can take a good picture, then I'm buying it. I don't really give a shit about like the messaging features or anything. Like, apart from that, the only thing I care about is like for it to be able to take good pictures.
Yeah, because like there's some days that I it's a hassle for me to take my camera everywhere. I have that big ass camera. I mean, I use that for a lot of my things, but some days I don't want to carry my bag and have my camera on me. Some days I just want to be able to just snap a pic with my phone.
The best camera is the one you have to your access, which is always going to be your camera.
Yeah.
On your phone.
Yeah. If I'm feeling artistic, I'll use my camera, my DSLR. But if I'm out and about and my cousin, I'm at a birthday party, my little cousin is getting is blowing out the candles and I don't have my camera on me, I'm gonna pick up my phone, I'm gonna record it, and I'm gonna do it like that. I don't want it to look like fucking 360p, man. Come on. Yeah. So here, I got the stats on you for you. Not I got the whole stats. I got the price, which really is what matters when it comes to us. Like, the price is really what matters. So the
on the iPhone?
Yeah, the iPhone X7 Max. If you want the biggest screen on any iPhone ever, that's the big one. Get ready for these prices, Luis. Wow. 64 gigabytes will cost you around $1,099.
$1,200?
$1,099, yes. $1,249 for 256 gigabytes. $1,449 for 512 gigabytes.
Oh, I'm sorry, you said 1,099. Okay.
Yeah, 1,099. Okay.
1,099. Oh, my bad. I thought you said 1,999. I was like, Jesus Christ! Yeah. Just buy a MacBook instead.
That's the iPhone X7 Max. That's the big one.
iPhone X7.
XS Max. I'm sorry.
XS. Then there's the XR.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like the
regular
budget-friendly one?
Now the regular XS, 64 gigabytes, $999. 256 gigabytes is $1,149, and then 512 gigabytes is $1,349. Phew. Now we have the XR. So that one comes with color, better battery life apparently, and all the other shebang. $749 for 64 gigabytes, $799 for 128 gigabytes, and $899 for 256 gigabytes. Wow.
That's kind of a budget-friendly phone, to be honest, for an Apple product.
The XR, do you remember when the iPhone 5S came out and they unveiled the 5C, which was going to be the budget iPhone, and it had the colors that you could choose from? The XR is what the 5C was. It's just that this generation's 5C. So it's the budget iPhone with all the the different colors on the back, and basically the same amount of stuff you get on the other one.
So I'm not hearing any differences
No.
between what you just said, the XR
Yeah.
and then the XS.
Yeah. I don't see. I know that this is like a big meme for you to be either team iPhone or team Android, and at the end of the day, I think it is my last year with Apple. If when this one dies off, or when this one is ready for an upgrade or something like that, and I have the funds to be able to get myself a new phone, I think it's my last year with Apple, and I'm going with the Galaxy S9 or the Note 8 because I like the Note 8 as well.
I'm going with the new Google Pixel 3 when it comes out in October.
Yeah. So, I mean, these events are always fun to see the presentation and stuff. You can't really say nothing about that because they have a great presentation skills, Apple.
Marketing.
But I don't see the attraction in this, and it's just copying us out for more money when nothing is really changing in the phone. And I bet it's going to be the same thing that I've always tell you. 1 year it's going to be good, and then the year after I'm going to start seeing things going wrong, and it's going to be a mess. So, yeah, that's that, Luis. Unless you have any other thoughts on that. I know that you have an S7. You really like your S7, but you want a new phone because you don't like the camera on the S7 that much.
Yeah, just I think the only problem with this phone is the camera. I mean, it shoots 1080 p, but it's like a lower resolution than, like, for example, the new iPhone X or the S9. Obviously, I mean, it still shoots 1080p, but it's just not the same. Like, you can obviously tell the differences between.
I think it's
the low lighting. Low light specifically is when you can tell that this is a 2016, 2015, whenever it came out, phone. Yeah, but like, apart from that, I mean, I don't really ever have any problems. I mean, I charge it up like maybe once a day. I mean, sometimes two when I really, really use it. But if not, I mean, it lasts me the whole day pretty much.
Yeah.
No problems here.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll have to wait and see, if anything else comes up about that, any other good stuff that they pair with it. We'll talk about it. Because Luis and I were big tech guys. We love tech. It was about time that we got to cover some tech on this. We were kind of waiting for something good to come out, So we love tech, so it was about time. And, if anything else comes out about these things, or if anything Galaxy comes out too, we'll report on it and we'll talk about it. So that's that. I want to go into the main segment because we are talking about Atypical Season 2. So before we go into that, I gotta put it up because if you guys have not watched Atypical Season 1 and have not finished Atypical Season 2, I do not want to be the one who spoils this show for you because it's really sweet, it's really nice, and that's all the thoughts I can give you without spoiling. It's a sweet and nice show, and I think you should watch it. So if you have not watched, please don't stick around because we're gonna be spoiling it. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original show. It has what's her name? She's a really good actress, Luis.
Who are we talking about? The sister?
No, the mom.
I've seen her before. I just can't put my finger on it. Let's see. I'll look it up. Jennifer, Jason
Leigh, I think, like that.
Leigh, The Hateful Eight.
Yes,
dude, she's that girl. Oh my god, I didn't even notice, dude.
Great.
I didn't even notice.
Yes,
she's that girl from The Hateful Eight.
Yes, she's also in Good Time. It's a film with Robert Pattinson. It's really good, Luis, and she is. For the time that she's in that movie, she freaking steals it, dude. And of course it has Michael Rappaport, Keel. I'm trying to read the name here. Keel Gilchrist for playing the Sam, and Bridget
Miller.
Bridget Lundy. No, not Bridget Miller. Bridget Lundy Pear for who plays the sister Casey, who's really good too. But I want to give props to Jennifer Jason Leigh, dude. She is a fantastic actress, dude. So
yeah, man.
Yeah,
I like her.
Yeah,
I like her character a little bit more in season 2.
Yeah, I think we definitely dived more into her. But yeah, spoilers up, guys. We're gonna be talking about Atypical Season 2 in 3, 2, 1. All right, so Atypical Season 2 literally picks up, like, I want to say months or I want to say weeks after the events of season 1 happened. Okay, so if you a little recap for y'all who forgot about season 1, basically at the end, Michael Rappaport's character finds out that the mom was having an affair, and it literally picks up from there. Apparently they got into the fight, well, not like altercation anyway, like an argument. He punched the wall. He said he had to stay away from her for a while. He goes and lives with his parents for a little bit of time, and then that just doesn't stick because you can't be away from his kids. And I understood it, Luis, because he said, I left them already once, I don't want to leave them again. So he came back. Jennifer character, she leaves then to go stay with a friend, and all this thing is going down. But this season is really about it's a lot about Sam's journey into graduating and stuff like that, but it's also about that little family thing that's going on in the house. And let me get some thoughts first from you, dude. What did you think?
Well, I could go on a rant and talk about how cool, how interesting this show is.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a lot of what's the word that they use? They're called neurotypicals and atypicals, right? Those are the two words that you associate. Okay. Yeah. We don't have many shows that have a protagonist who is
on the spectrum.
Atypical, on the spectrum.
Yeah.
And I feel like I really liked it because it showed the importance. Like, a lot of people don't have any experience with people who have autism.
Yeah.
And this show kind of gives you a little bit, in a sense, like, it's filled with drama and everything, right? Yeah. But it does give you a sense of everyday struggle parents have with children with autism.
Yeah.
They're normal children, right? They are normal children.
Yeah.
It's just things. What is that called in psychology? There's the ego, super ego, and then
the id.
There's the it.
The id. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think what I guess what the I'm sorry, not neurotypical, the atypical people are missing is I think it's the id, right? The morality.
Yeah. I have no idea, dude. But I mean, I could search it up, Yeah,
no. But what I was trying to get at was that, like, even though I don't know how to say it. Like, to be honest, I really don't want to do anything. I don't want to offend anyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think it's so interesting, and it needs to be talked about more.
Yeah.
Specifically when what's his character's name? Sam's got arrested.
Yeah.
And
it
showed how first responders don't have any idea how to take care of how to situate a person who's in the spectrum.
Yeah.
Like, for example, he thought he was doing drugs.
Yeah.
Obviously not. He was just
not. Yeah. He's a kid with autism, and this is portrayed on a fictional show, but I want to say 6 months ago, I ran into a video on Facebook of the same situation happening with a cop that detained a kid who has autism, and I think he put him on the ground and everything, and it shows that police, the first responders should be taught how to deal with people like this, because if you don't teach them, it's like if you're equating it with that they think that they don't exist, and how they're never gonna have to deal with us, apparently, so you have to teach first responders how to deal. And I know what you're doing on the camera. I'm looking at it right now, dude. So you're just literally putting the microphone clip in the camera.
Sorry, no, I'm sorry. I just
wanted distracting, to see if you bro. So it's very important. That was one lesson that we got in this season that I thought was incredibly important. I thought I loved that they portrayed that, and I loved that Michael, the dad, was the one to go and lecture him, because he's a first responder too, and he wishes he had this training because he knows what his son goes through, and he knows how he gets. So he wants everybody on the force and all the other type of first responders to be able to deal with them the way that they should be dealt with. You know, like just normal people, treat them like normal people. Yeah. I'm sorry, my eye is getting all burned up. I'm promise I'm not crying. My eyes getting burned up, itchy. But Luis, I think you're muted again, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm paying attention to what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in what you have to say. That's why.
And I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. This show is so important, and it's, you know, I'm glad that that we have a show like this because people on the spectrum they deserve to be represented too, and it's something that we rarely see on the media. You know, we never see shows like this, and I'm glad that Netflix took the chance and they did it because it's really fun. It's a really insightful and it's a really fun show. The supporting cast is great. I love Zahid. He's funny as hell. I like how he's Sam's friend through everything, dude. You know, even though the kids
and he treats him like a normal person, like if he was a neurotypical as well.
Yeah. I think the sister is literally just like any other sister. Like I would imagine, you know,
I wouldn't know.
They tease. I don't know. Luis doesn't know.
I wouldn't know.
I don't have a sister either. But
I'm assuming that's how people with sisters.
Yeah. And they tease them, but at the end of the day, they still love them, and they get into fights, but they still love each other. Yeah. You know, Luis and I, we get into fights, but we still love each other.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah,
nothing's gonna break us apart except $1 million.
No, yeah, nothing.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
$1 million, but yeah. I really liked where they went with the sister this season. You know, obviously she still has that boyfriend. The only thing I do want to point out, I thought that was so stupid, Luis. Like, do the people who are filming the show think I'm not gonna look at the TV when the guy is saying, "Told you guys to drop at Dusty Depot," like he's playing Fortnite, and literally he's not even playing anything on the TV. It's literally just a blank image, like like one screenshot of an image, and it's not even Fortnite that's on the TV.
Oh, for us? I didn't notice that.
Go back to that episode and look at the TV, and it's not even freaking Fortnite, bro. It's just a TV with like an image, and that's it. Nothing's moving, dude.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was hilarious.
Copyright issues, bro.
Yeah, I know, but it's still like, you know, at least have like some other type of game in the background. Oh man. So I like that relationship. I do like where they're taking her character. I think they're gonna start to dive into a different realm with her. So she obviously goes to private school. She has a friend, you know, that friend was kind of teasing her, but then they felt a connection together and they became best friends.
Then they really had a connection with each other.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah,
you know
that's going to be really interesting to see.
In the pants.
Yeah. Damn it, Luis. So then they break it off for a little bit because Casey tells her friend that, you know, your dude tried to kiss me and I didn't want to kiss him, and you know, because you're together. The dude lies to the girl about, they was like, oh no, she was the one who tried to kiss me and stuff like that, and they didn't talk for a while. She felt alone, and then towards the end, you know, they repaired that relationship, and they give us a tease that in season 3 we're gonna start to dive in more into her sexuality. Because it looks, I think I saw it at the beginning. I thought, like, you know, she's either bi or she's lesbian, dude. Because I think she does feel something for this girl, you know. Either there's some curiosity there, or she's confused about what she feels for her.
Yeah, and then in the show she's also 16, so she's barely figuring out.
Yeah, she's barely figuring out herself.
What the hell she wants to do.
Yeah. She's barely figuring it out herself, and you know, that's really the age where you really kind of explore and you really think about, like, who am I? Like, what am I?
Spider-Man.
Yeah. So I like that. I like where they're going with the girl. The only thing that kind of, what's it called, that with the family thing with Michael Rappaport and Jennifer Jason's characters, you know, for that they showed that they were coming. They had a faulty start. They came back, you know, they started going up, and then, you know, things started getting a little bit more rough, but they're trying to work through it. And then at the end, he is going over to that other lady's house, And I mean,
I didn't like that, dude.
I thought like
I was like, fuck, dude, like, come on, bro.
Yeah, so we know that that's gonna be a bigger place. That's gonna be a big thing about season 3 too. And Sam,
because you can kind of like relate to what he feels, obviously, because I mean the person that he thought he loved, cheated on him.
Yeah.
And then like what is he supposed to feel? You know what I mean? Like you also get his point of view, which is okay, but like at the end I didn't like that. I felt like it's like, oh dude, just
he's gonna like
come on.
Yeah, it's gonna be worse. It's gonna drift them apart even more. Sam's journey throughout this whole season was just, it was filled with so much memorable moments. I'm thinking to every time he was looking at that laptop about the penguin, I thought that was freaking great, dude. I thought that was great. Or him getting a not girlfriend, kind of like goth girl,
casual relationship
with a goth girl. So hey, I thought, hell yeah, my boy Sam getting with the goth girl. So I said, oh hell yeah.
Dude, you got 2 girls, bro.
Yeah, it was finally he got more than me. He's got more than I've ever had in my life. So Sam, he got that. He's really finding himself, and then he makes a decision that he wants to go to college, dude. And that's a big step, like somebody in the show, like he decides, like, they had decided that he was going to go to community college. That way the parents could still take care of him in a way. Mm-hmm. But he feels like he's at the point where he can do it. Like he wants to take that step forward and go to college. And I thought that was what I wanted to tear up when he said that he wanted to go to college, because I'm thinking, it's such a bold move for someone like that, mm-hmm. and it's heartwarming. And when the mom said, whatever you want to do, we'll support you. That was so heartwarming. So what did you think about Sam's journey in this season?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm really, really just, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm really losing my train of thought.
Yeah, you're trying to collect your
I put a
thoughts.
picture of the IMDb cast of all the people.
Yeah.
And I was just like thinking, I have a quick question though.
Yeah.
But is the actor himself? He's not autistic, correct?
I actually, Luis, I believe he is.
I haven't even looked it up.
Let me check.
Because if not, damn, he's a good actor.
He's a good actor, yeah.
God damn, he's a good actor.
I don't want to assume. Let me do a quick search here.
You know what? I don't think so. I'm looking at his other pictures. I don't think so. No. Well, you can't really tell. Sorry, that I'm sorry. I know you were talking about something else. I was just like, I got really into something else.
No, it doesn't say here. It doesn't say that he is. Damn, that boy's a good actor then, dude. Holy crap.
And he's 25 years old. Jeez, man. I thought he was...
Wait, he's 25?
Yeah, and so is the other girl. So is the sister.
Oh, yeah, I knew the sister was 25, but...
Wait, legit? I thought they were, like, young. I thought they were...
this guy isn't on the spectrum. He's just a neurotypical. He's a good actor. Damn, dude.
He is a really good actor.
Damn, yeah. He is 25. Holy crap. He looks younger than me, dude.
Okay, let's not get carried away, dude. You look like 12, please.
Shut up.
Please, sir.
Yeah. So
I think you're barely going through puberty.
Shut up, please. So you could say that you really do, and you did enjoy Sam's journey, and I really can't wait to see where he goes in season 3, dude.
Yeah, man. Binge watched it in 2 days? 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days. I took a little longer in this one.
Yeah, I like that he went to like that group where he got to meet more people like him. Because I'm not trying to equate myself with the same thing, but I've always felt, because I'm visually disabled, and I think when I meet people like me, I always feel a strong sense of community. So I can only imagine how it feels, for an atypical person to be able to meet people like him, like themselves, and be able to form that strong sense of community. And I really like that they put that aspect in it. His ex-girlfriend, I really don't. I'm really on the fence with her. I like that she stood up for him. I love that. I love that she stood up for him. but at times she feels like kind of like a pushover. Kind of like she feels kind of overprotective, when he's not even with her anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But at the end you hear him say, "Well, it's because I'm in love with you."
Yeah.
But like he just said it and then like left because, well, obviously like he didn't have that sense of.
He doesn't know how to handle those situations.
Yeah, like he wasn't aware that he had to like get her input on it. He just told her, "Hey, you know what?" Because he's so honest. He's like, "You know what? I love you. I'm in love with you," or something like that. And then I thought that was really cute.
Yeah.
I thought it was really, really cute.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see if they stick together. But I feel like Sam's gonna be really honest too, and probably in season 3, as he becomes more, as he matriculates into college, he's gonna realize, he's gonna become a different person and realize. I hope he realizes that he can put his wants over others, and he can realize that that this girl is kind of overbearing, dude. Like she's really demanding. Doesn't really let him breathe, and he's probably gonna. But I like that it was cute that it's like, I'm in love with you, and I think they're gonna explore that more.
But if I could say something, well, you know how Sam has always been very dependent of.
Yeah.
Like I think the sister was the one that was saying how he traded in his mom for another overbearing, controlling woman, which was the girlfriend, the ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, I like that.
It's because he likes, I guess, him not being the person in charge. Yeah. I guess that's why he liked her so much, because she's so controlling and knows what she wants, and I don't know.
Yeah, and I feel like in season 3 we're gonna find out if he becomes independent, and he's probably gonna realize that this girl isn't the one for me. So we're kind of over.
Don't worry, he's already got 2 on his belt.
Yeah, he's got 2 on his belt. Damn, boy. Yeah,
let's go for 3, boy.
Yeah, let's go for the 3rd one, okay? Damn, he's got more than I've ever had in my life.
He'll go for Julia next.
Yeah. So that's that. Also the other side characters was Julia had a baby, and she went through a little journey too. I
didn't really care, bro, to be honest, about her story.
I think after season 1 it was like, you had your story in there.
Mm-hmm. She's not his therapist anymore. Yeah. So I feel like she had no relevance until the
pregnancy
last episode. Yeah. Until the last episode where I guess like they're again plants and patient. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I don't know. But other than that, I mean, she's just a really prominent figure in Sam's life. But other than that, when I'm watching it, I really couldn't give less than a shit about her. I don't.
Yeah, something about a shitty boyfriend, and I don't know.
It's just a character that I really could do without. So let's go into our final thoughts and our final verdict, because we are like 40 some minutes, so I think we're good there.
Yeah, we can cut it here.
Yeah. All right. So final thoughts, final verdict, Brad Luis, go ahead and go.
All right, my name is Brad. No, I don't know, man. I mean, it's a solid show. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. That's a fair. It's for everyone. It's a family oriented. Well, it is. Yeah, it's family oriented. Fuck it. Let your little kids watch too.
Yeah. I think it's educational too. It's something that your kids can watch, and they'll learn a thing or two, and adults too. I love the show. I thought it was great. This season was a lot better than the last one. The only complaint I have, and I'm sorry, I had to have a complaint. It feels shorter than season 1, even though there's more episodes added onto it. It felt too short. It felt like the minute I watched it, I felt like they took it away like that. Season 1, I think it took me like 2 days. This one took me like a day to finish. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it felt too short. But they did lay the foundation for season 3, and I think that's genius. And I'm gonna agree with you. 8 out of 10. I think it's up there. We're still not done with the year to know what our favorite TV show was this year, but right now nothing is beating Jack Ryan at the moment. So, yeah. And if you want to hear our thoughts on that, you can listen to the episode before, because we talked about that. But 8 out of 10 is pretty solid for me. I think that's the same the same consensus I'll give you. I'll agree with you on that. But yeah, thank you. Gonna go ahead and go into the plugs. go ahead and leave a rating and review on this podcast on any of your podcast app of choice, because it will give us feedback, and we really need the feedback. Follow us on Twitter at the @nerdcore_. Follow us on Instagram at the @nerdcore. Follow us on Facebook, like our Facebook page, and follow it as well at the Nerdcore Pods. Also, make sure you go to www.patreon.com/nerdcore. Click that $1 tier. Get this episode a day early, just $1 a month. At $75, I get my hair dyed bright green, Nerdcore green. I'm gonna live stream it only for patrons. Of course, I'll be taking selfies and stuff with it on Instagram for the public, but patrons get to see the process go underway. And then at 100, Brad shaves the beard, Luis shaves the head completely off with razor too. Apparently, he said it, and we'll be able to do the weekly Twitch show, playing video games and stuff. Then at 200 a month, we get the domain for the website to get articles, and we can launch the Patreon exclusive movie commentary show, where we'll be putting a movie and we're going to sit through the whole thing, and we're just going to talk about what we love and what we didn't, and give our thoughts in the moment that we're watching the movie. So other than that, make sure you go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Nerd Chicano. Luis, where can they find you?
Dude, I forgot to mention, my dog got laid. So if anybody I just wanted to give a big congratulations to my little boy Max. He's my dog. He's 3 years old, and he just smashed. And I'm really proud of him, because he's such a shy dog, around other dogs and shit, and he really tried his best, and I'm really proud of him, to be honest. And I just want to give him a huge congratulations, and back he was a boy. Now he's a man.
Yeah, for the longest time, he was always looking at my leg.
I'm gonna be a granddaddy.
He's gonna have little Maxes running around the house.
Dude, I'm super excited. Not even kidding. I think we're because this I had arranged. I'm sorry. This is elongating it, but I had arranged this person who has a Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, well, I have a dog and stuff, and your dog is single, my dog is single, and I'm like, okay, cool, and then boom, and then smash, and then now my boy is a man.
We'll wait and see what happens, but hopefully little Maxes get to go running around the house.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited.
Hopefully this taught him to stop licking my leg every time I go over to the house.
No, I think he'll lick your leg more now, because he got a taste of it. So now he's gonna smash more with you.
So Luis, go ahead and tell the people where you can find them on Twitter and Instagram.
You can find me on Twitter at Luis_Garcia77, and on Instagram you can find me at Luis Garcia.
Luisito Garcia 7.
Luisito Garcia 7. Yeah, or you can just type my name out and you should see
one of these days you're gonna get them both right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for listening. We love y'all. Love the patrons. Thank you for being awesome, making these shows happen. And we'll see you on the next one. Viva México, viva Latinoamérica. Nos vemos, mi gente.
Hasta luego, baby.